I'm gonna catch my hell and do this work.
I want to stay on the good side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, that's it. That's a lesson. We want to stay on the good side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Go ahead, bro. We on.
Shalom.
Shalom. First things first, we want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. And we say, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feeds with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When the time of the end, 2022, which is the year of Yahweh Shem Yahushua turning up, man. And it has been the year to turn up. All right, turned up spiritually, turned up carnally, turned up everything, man. Dollars are dropping, the British pound is dropping. Everything is, the British pound has dropped the lowest it's ever dropped before, man. So that's why you have to pay attention to these news stories. You have to pay attention to things, man. And you can't just watch American news, because guess what? You're only going to get American point of view. You have to watch multiple views to see what's going on in the worldwide spectrum, man. All right? Go ahead, my brother.
The 12 tribes of Israel, which consist of Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, Panamanians, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Gad, the so-called North American Indians, Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians to the Chileans, Asher, the so-called Colombians to the Uruguayans, and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. And these are the people whom we call God and the Anointed is coming back for, but only for the elect of the nation of Israel.
That's right, bro. Right. We trying to stay on the good side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right. The time we at now, there's no room for what's it called? Halfway crooked, man.
Right.
All right. We're not in the time of warmness. We're not in the time of because guess what? The Lord is raising up an army, man. Like I was watching a brother, and the apostle went into that Black Jesus. You see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's showing you, hey, and that's something I've been wanting to. His name is Samuel Otoko. Okay, Samuel Otoko. So the time we at now, that these elites know what we are. They know more about us than we know about us on the spiritual side about it, man. Right. So what you're seeing now is a refreshing. The people on the side, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're being refreshed because we're coming to the time of that deliverance, man. America's going to be destroyed in this third world war. It's not gonna go on, man. That's why Russia is telling we're gonna nuke. They're telling it openly that we're going to nuke Ukraine. And if you keep supporting, guess what we're gonna do to you too? Nuke you.
So that American, he ain't bullshit, man. He's a man of war, man. Man, the Russians, they are a different type of Edomite, man. They are a different type of Edomite, man. He's not playing games, man. He's serious, man. Putin wants America to be destroyed, man. Point blank, period. He's in the same spirit as us. He ain't wrong either. Because every square inch of America will be destroyed, man. From off the face of the earth. From off the face of the earth, man. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. This place can't be healed, it won't ever be healed. It must be destroyed, man.
Go ahead, bro. Salaki.
Let's get
that Habakkuk for me. It said the end shall speak. I was just getting ready to get that.
Got it. Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer where I am approved. And Yahweh said unto me, and it says, And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak and not lie.
That's what you're seeing now. We're at the end of this. We're at the time of the speaking, man. We're at the time of the speakers. Like a brother said, there's a time where we didn't see none of these. Like the brother said in that same video, it says, now we're even more turned up in the faith, because guess what? We believed this when there was nothing happening. Now we see everything that we're saying coming to pass. We see the uproars of the people. We see the plagues. We see the famines. We see the war. We see all the things that we've prophesied are here. You be a dumb person not to know that something's going on, man. You're having a financial crisis. You're having a supply chain crisis. Like we're here. You have to willfully ignore these times, and that's on you. If you see a ship sinking and you're like, it'll be all right, guess what? Eventually the ship will sink and you will be in the water, man. With no life jacket, no nothing. Why? Because you didn't prepare yourself. Because you were cool enough. You thought you were too cool for reality, man. You have to see these. These are the warning times, man. Just like you say, you can see a storm coming. The Lord said you can tell the storm. You can't tell the coming of the Messiah, man.
When a storm is coming, when a tornado is coming,
yeah,
they sound what? An alarm. We're sounding what? An alarm. Okay? It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
That's right. And then it say the world.
Right.
Why didn't it say the world? Sound the trumpet in the world. It says what? In my holy mountain.
Yep.
Go and prepare the head. Go and prepare the place for my people, man. Go ahead if you got more on that one. I got this for you. This is Ezekiel 3 and verse 5. Verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel.
The house of Israel, not the world. The house of Israel, man.
It says, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel, not to many people of a strange speech or of a hard language whose words thou canst not understand.
So it says here that we are not sent to a heathen nation. We're sent to the house of Israel. We're sent to Yasha Allah to tell them.
And it says, speech and of a hard language whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee unto them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Yep.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
See, man? Hard-headed, man. Jake don't want to listen, man. Jake do not want to listen, man. We are a hard-headed people, man. And you have to tell Jake something about 10 times.
That Mark, John, what's that? That's the Lord telling them.
Yep. Come on, man. We constantly have to be told something, man. Because we don't want to listen.
And it says, it's the book of Baruch 2 and verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. They shall know that I am the Lord their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear.
Amen. So we are now remembering who we are.
That's right.
And these so-called Christians, they don't like that. They don't like that we are remembering who we are.
Yep. That's, you know what? Because that's the ignorance. Because when you tell them, we like black people, but at the end of the day, that psychology, that imprinted racism has been normalized.
Yeah, how about Shemal Shah is keeping our minds, man.
Yep. He gave us our minds back, man.
Yep.
That's why in slavery they made it a point to do the mental part about it.
Right.
That's why the Willie Lynch letter, that was an outline how to imprison their mentality. It wasn't to imprison them physically, it was to imprison us mentally, man. That's why we've been in a mental prison this whole time, man. That's why there's no chains in our projects. There's no gates in our projects. There's gates, but it's like more or less to, you know, keep you in there or out. I mean, it's gates, but not like they could like. It's not like you go there and we're under lock and key. Right. Jake still roams around and do what they need to do. Why? Because the mentality is there. Esau got the keys to your mentality. That's why when we came, why this truth is so dangerous, because what? We're freeing Jake. Yeah. That's why they hate this truth. That's why they cut our pages. Because guess what? We're not promoting violence. Right. We're telling you violence is coming. Yeah. The Lord is coming with violence. He said, I think not that I've come to send peace on the earth, but a sword. That's what the Lord has come. Don't blame us. You got to talk to him when he get here. Right. Because that's what he promised. He ain't gonna do no talking. Man, he gonna slay you. Why you? Hey, look. Powder. Yeah. Yeah. You just gonna shoot. He's not playing, man. He said when he let go, he's gonna cry like a travailing woman, man. That's how mad the Lord is. He's going, oh my goodness. Yeah. Imagine hearing that, and that's not for your good. A war cry. That's a war cry. That's a war cry. It says every war has been fought with garments. Yep. A tumult. Yep. The Lord is coming with a tumultuous noise. I got you, brother, on that stick. This is Baruch, back in Baruch 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall. All right, bro. We good to go. All
right, man. We are remembering who we are because it's Bible prophecy, man. We have been educated. Right? And educated means to bring down from within. So, what was already in us, we just had to basically be reminded. It just had to come out. That's what educate means. You being reminded of something that you once knew. All right?
And now, who's the real educated?
Right. The elect. Or the ones that's truly educated. I mean, in these colleges and these schools, you're being indoctrinated. You didn't know that at first. You had to be taught that because you didn't know it.
That's why they hide a lot of our inventors and our educators. Yeah, a lot of our, like Aristotle, they hide a lot of that history because guess what? You have to give credence. It plays into the circumstantial racism. It plays into it because they said, oh, if we're not responsible for education, we're not responsible for development, and we're these ignorant beasts that needed to have been tamed, that's why they put that criminal vibration out there and say that we're criminals and we need to be detained and imprisoned. But they won't tell you that we're educators, that we're historians, that we're poets, right, that we're symphony directors. A lot, they don't want to add that. They say no, they make it seem like niggas ain't never played an instrument.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, because they won't tell the people that Aristotle spoke Hebrew.
They won't. That Alexander knew Hebrew and he gave credence to the black man. He bowed before 2 black men, right, or the priests.
And they won't tell you that Beethoven is an Israelite. He's a man of color.
What was Prince? Amadeus, I think. Yeah. Amadeus coming back. So those symphony directors, man, some of the greatest symphonies that put together was what? Jake's. So to show you the Lord is the ultimate conductor, man, because that's why their spirit is able to conduct. A conductor has to be able to move multiple instruments to make a song come. So the Most High is dealing with multiple instruments, even the left and the right, and putting them all together to make one big song, man.
And they also want to tell you that it was a Jake that wrote the book, The Three Musketeers.
I seen that. I seen you post that, bro. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's what. All right, bro. We good to go.
All right, man. We are remembering who we are because it's Bible prophecy, man. We have been educated. Right? And educated means to bring down from within. So, what was already in us. We just had to basically be reminded. It just had to come out. That's what educate means. You being reminded of something that you once knew. All right?
And now, who's the real educated?
Right. Huh. The elect. Or the ones that's truly educated. Because
I mean,
in these colleges and these schools, you're being indoctrinated. You didn't know that at first. You had to be taught that because you didn't know it.
Yep. That's why they hide a lot of our inventors and our educators. Yeah, a lot of our, like Aristotle, they hide a lot of that history because that's why you have to give credence. It plays into the circumstantial racism. It plays into it because they said, oh, if we're not responsible for education, we're not responsible for development, and we're these ignorant beasts that needed to have been tamed. That's why they put that criminal vibration out there and say that we're criminals and we need to be detained and imprisoned. But they won't tell you that we're educators, that we're historians, that we're poets,
Right.
that we're symphony directors. A lot they don't want to have that. They say no. They make it seem like niggas ain't never played an instrument.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Because they won't tell the people that Aristotle spoke Hebrew.
They won't. That Alexander knew Hebrew and he gave credence on the black man. He bowed before 2 black men,
Right.
or the priest.
And they won't tell you that Beethoven is an Israelite. He's a man of color.
What was Prince? Amadeus, I think.
Yeah.
Amadeus coming back. So those symphony directors, man. Some of the greatest symphonies that put together was what? Jake's. So to show you the Lord is the ultimate conductor, man, because that's why their spirit is able to conduct. A conductor has to be able to move multiple instruments to make a song come. So the Most High is dealing with multiple instruments, even the left and the right, and putting them all together to make one big song, man.
And they also want to tell you that it was Jake that wrote the book, The Three Musketeers.
I seen that. I seen you post that, bro. That's heavy. That's heavy. That's what. Go ahead, my brother. Say what you was just saying too. Going in on the.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. They won't tell you that Aristotle spoke Hebrew. That Shakespeare is an Israelite. Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is about a Jake family and another Jake family, man.
Yeah. That was beefing
Exactly.
because of the curses. It says,
What's
"Brother
the-
shall what?"
What's the name of that family?
Yeah, it's like I can't think. Yeah, you just have to look it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a brother shall hate brother.
Yeah, brother shall. That was a family feud.
Uh,
The northern and the southern tribe. What if it could have been a Judite
yeah.
and an Ephraimite woman?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they look, but it was a white look, make it look. But I got this precept for you. This is the book of 2 Peter 3 and verse 1. And it says, "This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance." And that's what this truth is doing. We're saying that we're not slaves no more, that we are the children of Israel, that the Lord threw us off and cast us away as a nation, but now he's coming back to us, man. That's your pure minds. And the Amplified Bible, let's go ahead and pull that real quick. The Amplified Bible, it reads, it says, "Beloved, I am now writing you this second letter, in this as in the first one. I am stirring up your Salakia. I am stirring up your untainted mind to remind you." See that? Our untainted mind, which is the spirit.
Yeah.
We're pulling at the spirit. It says the spirit bear witness that
Yep.
we are the children of Israel, man.
Right.
Because when we learned this, we didn't have no concrete proof. But when we heard it, I was like, you know what? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
When I seen Deuteronomy 28:68, I said, yeah, that's it. There's no other way. It was so clear cut. It was hard to even refute, man. Until I read it and read it and read it, looked at the signs and said, I knew it. I was shocked that it was us.
Man, like I've always said, I've read Deuteronomy 28 6 times, trying to make it say something else. And I'm like, no, it ain't saying that.
It didn't say cart. It didn't say boats. It didn't say plane. It didn't say a scooter. It said ships.
Yep. And I'm like, man, the Rakakwadash, I was like, hey, that's what it say. Hey, take it or leave it. I was like,
yep, you gotta take
wow.
it.
Man, I had to accept it.
That's that pure mind, because your spirit dissects things. That's why it says the church of Berea, they was counted righteous because they what? They searched the scriptures, man.
Yep.
That's what we went and did. When we heard it, shit, I went to search the scriptures. I went and pulled out my book. I said, nah, you ain't getting me, folks.
And as soon as I
came out with that look like, nah, that's a trick Bible.
Man, as soon as I was watching the brothers, man, I was like, oh, hold on. Pause it.
Yeah.
I got my scripts and my dollar.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, when you look at that, yeah, there it is.
I was like, bro, you serious?
And the owl, and when you pull that out, bro, you see it, bro, this man's hiding stuff.
Yep.
The dollar alone shows you you've been hid from, man. You got a dollar on you?
Yep.
Watch this. We gonna prove it today. We're gonna show you that the average American does not even know that their government hides things in plain sight on them, man.
Yep. And the dollar, it has a web on it.
Yeah, where the owl is at. Let me show you. Let me see. Where is it? Right in the corner, ain't it? Oh, that's right there. See it? See, if you look, there's an owl at the corner. As soon as I see somebody that comes by, I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them a fervent question, because guess what? What is this gonna prove? This is gonna prove that your government hides things in plain sight, man. Okay? They hide things in plain sight. Why do they do that? Because guess what? They're not upfront with you, man. Okay? They're not upfront with you. Why is that? They're showing you they hide things in plain sight, man. So if you look up things, you'll be able to see that, man. Hey, excuse me, man. Real quick. This is a dollar. I want you to look at something. Oh, dollar. Look in the top corner. Look at this corner right there. You see that little tiny thing?
Spider.
It's an owl.
Owl.
No, look at it. No, I want you to look. Look closer. It's a tiny little owl.
My eyes are that.
You see it with your eyes. You're in that tiny corner of that dollar. Look close. Right there, that tiny little, it's a tiny owl.
You need a magnifying glass.
You see it, right? You've held a dollar your whole life. Why are they hiding an owl in the corner of it? You know what the owl goes back to?
Wisdom.
No, it's an ancient god named Molech. You guys look it up. It's just Google it. All you gotta do is Molech. It's an owl. Why are they hiding an owl right there?
Okay.
See, the average person don't know that they hide things right in front of you, man. So that's why if you don't do your research and you don't do due diligence, you won't understand what's going on. It's right there.
Yeah, I see it.
It's a baby owl, man. So that's showing you what the
Maybe it's so small for you.
reason, man.
You devils ain't shit, man. You devils ain't shit, man. You've been found out, man. You devils have been found out, man.
That's it. You had go ahead, brother. No, go ahead, man. That should anger you, man.
You've been revealed, man. The fugitive has been revealed. The fugitive has been caught.
Yeah, that's it. That's what to show you. If you're not paying attention to that, what else are you not seeing?
Right.
What else are you missing? And you've held a dollar your whole life.
Yep.
You had a dollar in your palm your whole life, and that was hidden right there.
And on the back of it, a pyramid with an all-seeing eye.
Nervo Ordo Seclorum. But they don't even know Latin. They don't even know Latin. But we would be this is the refreshing. This is the revealing of the times, man. Because that's showing you, it says that it's the best place to hide something is in plain sight, man. And they hid us. They hid us who we are in plain sight. We're not your sports people. We're not your basketball players.
We can play.
We can play, but that's not what we're God-given people, man. That's the least of our talents, is to bounce a ball around for you.
Yeah.
That's why you have multiple millions of people that tune in to watch us. They're not tuning in to watch us because we're entertainment pieces, because there's something else with us, man. But what's happening now, we're being received and redeemed back and bought back. Now we know that we're the children of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the biblical descendants of the Israelites, man.
Right.
Go ahead, my brother.
We are the actual sons and daughters of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaiqua.
Yeah. That's why the abortions are in our projects, our neighborhoods, man. You don't see abortion clinics by the Chinatown, by Little Italy. You don't see those, man. But we're in a society that professionalizes in killing babies, man. You should fear, man. The Lord is coming. He ain't, and it's not happy, man. Where you had Roe v. Wade overturned. Who overturned Roe v. Wade? The Lord did. The Lord did that because he was tired of these women being promiscuous and killing babies, man.
Right. If you don't want to have kids, don't have sex then.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Keep your legs closed.
Go be a nun somewhere.
Right. Or stay your ass in the house.
Yep.
And cook.
Yep. That would probably cut down on disease anyway, man.
All that.
Men don't spread. That's why I said that video. I said men don't develop UTIs, man. They don't develop sexually transmitted. Why is that? Because the woman's body is telling the woman, bitch, stop. No more semen, bitch. We can't. This ain't right. The body's like, man, pull the disease switch, man.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll stop then.
You said, the body's telling you,
Bitch,
stop.
close the pussy. Stop. We are overloaded and this is not right. What are we supposed to do with this backed up semen, man? They can't go and put it in a baby. Come on, man.
Because they don't know that the man's stuff goes into their damn brain.
She got Tyrone, Jaquan, Cephas,
Larry,
Chad,
all that.
yeah. But Monte,
Deshaun and all that.
Deshaun, and a couple of bitches in there.
Yeah.
I mean, these women are just leaving. They're going crazy, man. The kingdom gotta come because guess what? They're lonely as ever. They depressed as you know what.
Yeah.
And they can't cook, clean, nothing. And they barely can't even have a good attitude. They can't even smile no more as women.
But now they have a problem with Jake. Get their passports and
Oh.
going somewhere else.
I love it.
Ooh,
I love
what
it.
you mad about?
I love it. One said she gonna come over there and mess the game up. I'm like, no, you gonna mess around and be Billy Club, man. They ain't playing that over there. Somebody hit you with a slapjack and throw you somewhere. Shit. Stop playing. You better. They do that in America, okay? You don't go over there in the barrios talking about get a whole let go of my mans. No, they gonna do something to you, man.
Like, they don't want us, so we gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah, and they love Jake over there, man.
Oh,
Jake
yeah.
is living it up, man.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. If it wasn't for this truth and knowing we got priorities and work to do, man, we wouldn't be dealing with y'all, man. We'd be on the same mode as Jake's is but our minds have been elevated to wait for the Lord, man.
Right.
We're not jumping the gun because guess what? That's only for a moment. Them Jakes gonna do that for a moment and they're gonna get destroyed if they're part of the 2/3. They can fly all they need to do, man. But guess what? That's for a moment. We're gonna have it for eternity. We're not gonna have to take passports. We're gonna take angelical vehicles wherever we need to go, and we're not gonna have to pay or do anything because guess what? We're gonna be Godified on the earth, man.
Because what did Moses do, man? He chose to suffer affliction than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
That's been coming out heavy today too.
Now, those women, they've been with other men before,
Yep.
so they ain't virgins. See? So we are choosing to suffer affliction than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, man. Sin is only for a season. But the kingdom is eternal.
Eternal, yeah.
Everlasting, man. It ain't gonna end.
He said we're going to go from pleasure to pleasure to pleasure. The Lord is the inventor of pleasure. Wouldn't you want to please him?
Right.
Wouldn't you want to please the author, the first author of beauty, man?
Yep.
The Lord said he's not going to give out his glory to it. So guess what? The Lord has had to refrain from doing what he want to do with us. Because guess what? No, you got to get, once we get right, guess what? The Lord going to, y'all ready? It's going to be man, it says pleasures evermore, man. You can't, no God can promise that. I don't care how many child sacrifices man, Esau's been burning children for years, man.
Yep.
For generations. He ain't got nothing from it.
Nope.
What did that profit him to do these sacrifices? He's still old as hell. He still can't live forever. He can't dance. That didn't do nothing to him. It didn't do nothing for him. He got a little bit of money, so what? Money's not everything, man.
Right. Money don't make you happy, man. That's why these rappers, these actresses, and actors, they stay high.
Yep.
Why? Because they ain't happy, man. And they did, right, man? And they did something strange for that change.
They did something strange for that change.
And it wasn't the good strange either.
Nah, it was that dirt. It's that old man couch.
Yeah, the casting couch.
Casting couch. Woo! And just like Beyonce, she did that one video where she was just crying on the thing. Like, I think that was the last little bit of her soul crying out before it went into the abyss. She was crying on the video. She was just sobbing, and she was just crying on the video, looking at it. She was just don't know. Just don't know. You know, she was just. I was like, I never liked her, but I after she left TLC, or was it TLC or Destiny's Child, I didn't ever mess with her, man. You know, I was cool with her then. I didn't really know she was just a part of the group. And when she separated herself and tried to do that old, I was like, something about her. And then now it's just got to the point. But then when I watched that video, it was like that old Destiny's Child, like that old Beyonce was coming out just for a moment, like that soft woman. You know, she came from the church. Show you a lot of these days. Esau goes to the church and finds them for a reason, because guess what? That singing comes with power and influence. So they got to stifle that with the pops and the music that they want them to push.
Right.
Cause you see that they don't want them to push the vibration of what? Of Israel, and you know what I'm saying. The Esau knows, man. He don't want us to be the supermen and the superwomen that we're destined to be, man.
Right.
With the Black Jesus thing, they couldn't kill him.
Nope.
They did the most. They put him in an incinerating box and flew his body parts to different parts of the earth. He said he manifested in the office of the ones that put the hit on him.
And he said, what? There would be more like me.
And you would not be able to stop us.
That's us, man.
We
That's
here,
us.
baby.
Come
Look,
on, man.
Look. No, I'm playing. Hope, Lord willing. You know, hey, Jake goes, hey, give me that Isaiah 2.
Man, when G-Con did that shit, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was following us, and he wanted to buy us pizzas.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, guys, let's go out for pizzas. I'm like, man, no, we eat a lot. That's what we said.
Yeah, we eat a lot.
We eat a lot, man. We don't want to take that money from him. He wanted to go buy us pizzas, bro. We were like 40 deep.
And then he left the Shield Squad.
Yeah, see? Because that day, man,
Yeah.
he wanted to get down, man. He wanted to get down, but bro, there is no brotherly in this earth like this, man.
Right.
Even Vocab knows, man. That he knows. That's why the brother told him in VA, said, look, you already been to the camps. You already got the same, it's gonna be the same response, man.
Every time.
It's like you've already, the brother did with that soul. When he said that, I was like, man, that was the spirit telling. He's like, bro, you've already got the response that I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the same precepts. You've already went to this camp and got this camp and got, and this. You already went to the elders, man. You started up top and got beat, and now you want to come down to no. You got beat on the first rip. You was not prepared, son. Come, Daniel, son.
Man, he went to Chicago.
And grew a beard.
Yep.
No, when he left Chicago, he grew a beard.
Yep.
That's how bad he got whooped up there, man.
After Dallas, got whipped again.
Yeah, had to sit down on the corner. Oh, I'm just taking a break.
He took a break.
He took a break. Who's on the battlefield?
What you taking a break on the battlefield for?
Yeah, he sit down. You should have pulled out. You should have pulled out lunch. You should have pulled out lunch in the juice box. I ain't never seen no brother take a break on the line.
And then he said, then he got on the video in the Comic-Con outfit.
Yo, yeah,
Costume.
when he took that layup, yeah, we caught you, bro.
I gotta take a 6.
Where's that book?
Hiatus.
Where's that book?
Where the book at?
Where the book at? Where the book? Where's the book?
Where the book,
Where
Bo?
the book, Bo? Bo, we need that book.
We need that book, man.
We need to
Where is it, man?
We have to see. That is your proof of your hiatus. If you was not on that book, what was you doing?
Like, who takes the break from doing the work?
Comic-Con, man. You gotta go Comic-Con it up. That's how you know you a joke, my man. You left to go to Comic-Con. You was a child, man. You know, it's hard to even get those tickets. How'd you even get them?
Man, in that that video, man, he was looking through.
Man, them elites was like, man, hey, yeah, I'll be back. I'll write this book. You joke. You Haman, bro. You a heathen, man.
Haman Malone.
You a heathen, man. You're not on the level, man. You're not, what does it say? You're not playing with a full deck, man.
Nah.
Okay? This truth will change you, man. And it's for the better. We're telling you, we're going to bring peace to the earth because guess what? Look where we're at now. We're on the verge of war, man.
Right.
We're on the verge of war with a nuclear powered country, man. And they're not worried about Americans, man. Russia is not worried about them missiles coming over here, man. So your pride is going to melt away, man. This nation is warning and warning us.
Yeah.
They're threatening us. Openly threatening America with nuclear war, man.
Yeah, man. And that's the definition of insanity, man. Him doing the same shit
And expecting different results.
and expecting a different outcome. No,
He's
you're going to
insane.
get the same outcome, my man. You're going to get cut.
Man, you know you fucked up when a damn psychopath leaves you. That wears a dress. Like, golly, man. You losing numbers like that? You couldn't keep a psychopath? He crazy already.
Man, he got on video wearing his wife's nightgown.
90.
Then he put on lipstick.
Yeah.
What the?
That nightgown ain't the only thing that go night-night. The nightgown ain't the only gown that's night. He went night-night. Yeah, he was over there. and then the Sakari brought out, they said, dude, he's a clinical psychopath, man. He likes to think about killing people, man. Like he might have to, I mean, shit. If he lays this down, he might go to killing, man. He's a Jeffrey Dahmer type, 'cause that's what Dahmer was doing, man, was wearing the dresses. Yeah? So that's like a tall tale that says a man shall not put on a what? A woman's garment, man. That puts a spirit on you, man.
But Walker don't have a problem with that, though.
Nah, he never cut him.
No.
Because he's an offense that must come to us, man, because he forces us to do what? Go into these scriptures, search it out, because guess what? We're not answering the fool according to his wisdom. We're answering according to the Lord's wisdom, man.
Right.
Because he's saying that something that's wrong, we're according to this. We're not saying, because we be foolish to try to argue with him without no scriptures, man.
Right. We don't come with our own vain opinion, man. We come with the scripts. And these scripts, they cut. Man, they cut into the heart, the bone marrow, all that, man. This word, it breaks the rock in pieces.
He ain't lost, man.
Right.
This truth is a weapon, man. This truth is a weapon that the Lord wants us to hewn, man. He wants us to swing this sword, man.
Yeah.
It says, keep not that sword from blood, man.
Right.
And what is this truth sword? It's this truth, man.
Yeah.
Because in that time, you can't be a punk, man. We're in a warrior age, man. We'd have to go out to the front line, man, for our nation. But it'd be an honor to serve for our nation. Why? Because guess what? We know that we're serving for something that's right, man.
Right.
Not like this military to go out there as mercenaries, man.
Right.
We're on the front line for our nation now. We're at a war, but we're not at a carnal war. We're at a, like the brother said earlier, we're at a spiritual. This is a spiritual. It's a spiritual back and forth, man.
Yeah.
But it's going to get carnal because Esau is carnal. He has to go to the carnality of it because he has to do away. In his mind, he's like, man, I just got to do away with them, man. We can't put them back in slavery. We had them in mental slavery all the time, and they broke out of it. You got to just kill them and put them back into bondage, and we'll go that route. But that's going to be to your detriment.
But
man.
it's not going to happen, though. Because Esau, you're going into slavery. Revelation 13, 9 to 10, man. You're going into captivity, man. We ain't going back. You, but you're going, though.
Man, that oil hitting.
Want some?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
This is Zechariah 2 and verse 8, and you got it. And it says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory of I sent, Salakia, hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Right, man? So we're telling these nations their punishment. We are telling them their judgment, man. Because all these nations touched us. But Edom He did worse, man.
Yep.
He went overboard.
Man, they were raping us in slavery, man.
Yeah.
It's called buck breaking. Look it up. They were raping the slave men. That's what the South will rise again. That's what you want. Men getting raped. They're selling our children, putting our kids to death by alligators, and then raping the men. Sick ass nation, man.
But have the nerve to ask us, what's the problem? You're the fucking problem. That's the problem. You the fucking problem, man.
I was just reading. And you see the phone up on that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we good. The problem is you haven't been paid, man. But they'll look at us and they want the fucking book thrown at Jake.
Right.
Jake do a fucking crime, bro. They want the book thrown at him, man. These Edomites want blood, man.
This one day, he went into a store to get some meat, right?
Yeah,
He didn't have no money,
yeah.
so he took it. They gave him 30 years
Golly.
over some meat.
And it's in the scriptures that you're supposed to let a man steal if he's to eat. But they'll fucking waste food.
Yeah.
But at the end of every day in each of these fucking restaurants, they will throw all of that shit in the trash and not feed no one, man.
And it's always homeless people behind these restaurants waiting on some food. They don't give them nothing.
That's why it says in Sodom, it says Sodom's sin was fullness of bread, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna get that real quick. Because we always said, that's one thing I read, it's not just the Sodom and Gomorrah, the sodomy, they had fullness of bread, man.
So they had food.
But they did not give it to, that's America. That's why it calls it Sodom again. Not just because of the sodomy, it's because the things that it does. I got you. This is Ezekiel 16:49, and it says, "Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom, pride."
Yep.
Come on, let's go through the checklist. Let's see if America hits on these.
Go ahead.
Pride, fullness of bread,
Yep.
and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy.
Now, you said idleness, right?
Yup, idols. Yup, idols. Idleness, yup. But that's our glory we're going to get back, man. Go ahead with what you were saying, brother. Going in on the idleness.
Yeah.
The abundance.
And then the abundance of idleness that was in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's what you have here, though, man. The same thing, man. Idleness, man. These people worship all type of gods here, man.
Yeah. What gods don't they worship?
Right.
Even the Molech. Molech is on the money, so Molech is what's worshipped here, man.
Right.
Them ladies didn't even know what they said. What? It almost like it really, until they're like, yeah. Come on, man. This is the amplified version. This is Ezekiel 16:49. It says, "Behold, this was the sin of your sister Sodom. She and her daughters outlying cities," that means that all the cities, "had arrogance, abundant food, and careless ease, and she did not help the poor and needy."
So they wasn't worried about nothing.
Yeah, idleness. So say idleness, but they still got idols in this place, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a double.
Yeah.
That's a double. That's a double whammy because they do got idols, man.
Yeah.
And this place is the same way. They're idling. They don't move, man.
So they wasn't. So the idleness they wasn't. Were worried, and they was careless.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
They
Careless.
was careless, man. These people here are careless. They ain't worried about nothing, man. But that's right now, though. But real soon they will worry.
Yep. And that's what we're here to do. We're just our job is easy, man. The Lord said, "Go out there and warn them, man. Go out there and tell them that I'm coming." And now it's noticed we see a lot of these business people, and you know what I'm saying, lawyers, and you know what I'm saying. We didn't deal with that crowd on the weekends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We always dealt with what? The ruffians and you know what I'm saying, the have-nots. These are haves, man. The ones people that are pricing us, they're haves.
We don't have nots.
Yep.
We have everything that we need, though.
Right.
These scriptures, man. Faith.
Because guess what? Even the police, man, they go there with guns and straps. Because guess what? What is our guns? What is our vest? It's this word, man. We go out there on the beat too, man. But we more on the beat than they are, man.
It says well in Ephesians 6. It says, put on therefore the whole armor of Yahweh.
So you have to come out here with this armor. You have to go out. You have to eat the whole roll, and then go speak to the house of Israel.
Right.
That's how you arm yourself. That's what the Lord was saying. Before you go out there, Jake be reading these scriptures like it's the Lord. No, he's preparing his sons. Just like David, what did he do? He set books for his sons. Solomon, what did Solomon do? He set books for his sons. Yeah. They weren't like, buck up or you're going to die, little nigga. No, it was my son. Listen to my words, my son. Like you reading a letter from your father, man. Your beloved father that has given you a kingdom to rule. He said, my son, this is what you got to do. If this come up, do this. If this go up, I love you. You know, I'm sorry I'm not there with you. Yeah. That's what this Bible is saying, man. It's the heart of the Lord, man.
Real quick, get Proverbs 4 real quick.
Gotcha. This is the book of Proverbs 4. Yeah. Proverbs 4 and 1.
That goes in because it goes into what you were saying.
God, this is Proverbs 4 and verse 1. It says, hear ye children. Damn. My son, bun. It should be bun. And it says, hear ye children the instructions of a father, and attend to no understanding.
Right, man, and Solomon wrote that, man. Solomon wrote that. See, man?
So he's talking to us as a father, man.
Right.
Look at that like that, Jake. Don't look at it as a something.
Through the spirit of Yahweh.
That's right.
By Hashem, Yahweh.
Yeah. And it says, for I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law.
So forsake ye not my instructions. It says, but keep my commandments and live. Well, that's powerful, man.
That's what he's saying. He says, is a loving, love is there. He says, you shall know that you are my disciples for what? The love you have amongst each other, man. That's why them dudes that leave, they miss the love. They're not there. They do personal attacks, bro. You never had that love in you. That's what it was. You had everything else. You had the scriptures, you had the understanding, you had the knowledge. That's why it says, if a man has a doctrine and speech, but he has no love for his brother, guess what? That's the spirit, bro. That came to my spirit too. I ain't thought about that verse in a minute if you want to pull it. Yeah. So this takes love. You can have all the components, but if you want to have love, you don't have the main component. It takes love to come out here. Your pastors don't come out here. Your pastors don't come out here in the cold. If a man have a doctrine, but he has not love, but he has not love, but he come up like that. The mindset you should have is what, man? As an Israelite, not these other nations. I'm talking to Israelites, you men out here. The Lord is instructing you by way of love, man. Yeah, it's hard. What does it say? Tough love. If a father whoops a child, does he hate his baby? No, if anything, he loves his child, man. Because he don't want his child to be going to any kind of wavering things, man.
Right, and that's why he whooped his child, because he loved him. All right, we were getting whooped because Yahweh loves us, man. Yahweh whooped his son, Yahweh shot, because he loved him.
Damn.
So, a father disciplining his child means he loves his child.
Yep. The world should know that he loves us by the hardship we went through, man. As in slavery, man.
Right.
I got it. I got you, bro. Let me break it down, too. Let me start at 1 Corinthians 13 and 1. And I'm going to speak. Yep, right there. Yeah, right there. Shit, let me start at 1 for you, bro. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 1. And it says, though I speak with tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbals. Verse 2, and it says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could move mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. And what do you charity? Charity is you give. Give to who? Your brother. That's that love, man. See? And it says, let's go to verse 3. This whole chapter's a banger. And it says, and though I bestow all goods, it says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profit me nothing.
So if you don't have charity, you don't have nothing. Bottom line, you don't have charity, man, you don't have shit. You don't have nothing at all.
10:44. Call hello. You go
Call
check.
loud, y'all.
I'm see me outside, man. Hey. Let me go into that word real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 13:3. All right, good. And it says, all right, the word there for charity is agape. Agape, yep, agape. That's where they even had that on the, agape, charity, yep. And it says, affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love.
Come on, man. That's why I say let brotherly love continue.
That's right. That's why you got to understand Greek. You got to speak Latin. If you don't read those, you can't understand the Bible, man. You think charity is like, oh, I got to give things, and he even says that I give all to the poor, that they may eat, and give my body to be burned. But if I don't have brotherly love, guess what? It means nothing.
Now, Yahweh Shai, he did the ultimate form of charity, man. He gave himself. He gave himself, man. So we can be reconciled back to the Father. Our big brother did that, man.
Call halal, man. Y'all about Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
Exactly.
You don't want to praise the Lord, damn you, man. That's why David said, I hate you with perfect hatred, man. That's why this world hates Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is the reason we're brought back to the Heavenly Father, man. So why we not stand for Yahweh Shai too, man? He stood for us.
Right.
That's why it says, he that tells my name to the world, I should tell his name to my Father, man, which is in heaven, man. That's the mentality you should have, man. It's like the Lord is telling to the Father. The Most High said, you have not chosen me, I've chosen you. You don't choose the Most High. Just like you go to a multi-million-dollar job, you can't just give yourself that job. No. If they're having interviews, you come there and say, you know what, I think I'm the best fit for this job, hire me now. They will tell you, no, you got to be qualified, man. Yeah. So you think you be qualified for this, to know the wisdom and knowledge of the greatest thing ever? You got to be qualified, man. Yahweh Shai was what? Qualified. He was spiritually qualified to be on that cross, man. Yeah. The Heavenly Father designated him to be the lamb that taketh away the sins of Israel, man.
That's right.
Just like Shalaki,
he
my brother.
was the perfect sacrifice, man. He kept the law perfectly, man. He didn't go off as Yahweh Shai. So he was that lamb that was without spot,
no blemish,
or wrinkle.
He was perfect, man.
Yep.
And it showed us the love that he had. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey. And he showed the love that he had because guess what? I got you. This is John 15 and verse 13. And it says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
And Yahweh Shai laid down his life for us, man.
What did he tell Pontius? He said, look, I lay my life down if my Father will give me legions of angels.
Yep. So, Jake, imagine this, man. Jake, imagine if Yahweh Shai didn't do it. We'll be
fucked.
Exactly.
We be through. If through ain't in the word, man. We be through. We be so through. We be some monk. We would be fucking chipped up.
All that.
Oh my goodness. Put into a fucking digital slavery. Under this devil. Our body parts cut out of us at any given time.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Your baby just took up and mutilated in front of you, man. You couldn't do shit. You thought that slavery was terrible. Imagine the one Esau got planned for you, man. He's gonna put you in a digital world of slavery. You won't be able to move, man.
Yep. You won't own nothing and you'll love it. That's what Schwab said.
Yep. And he was taught by Charles, man.
Yep.
Charles is the real. He's behind that, man. Spoiled ass, man. They said this dude don't even put toothpaste on his thing. They said he don't even put toothpaste. They said he had one dude come. He called the dude up. He said, "Man, the Queen's Lunch was blinded in the waistband. Get the letter just flew off the thing in the waistband. Called the nigga to come get it out of there, man."
Man, I wish, man.
I'm telling you, but imagine slavery, bro. He's never done anything. Imagine that. You gotta go and dig a ditch. Your hands gonna brisk, man. The blisters that's gonna hit your tender, your TLC hands. Cause all these hands, we've known hard work, man. We've known hard work. That's all we worked our whole lives, man. It's gonna be a weird to no decadence and opulence. Like that's what our future is, man. We won't have to do anything. People will want to do stuff for us.
Right.
That's what the Lord said. There's a kingdom coming. It's going to be on earth. That's why it says the walls are going to be inlaid with stones and jewels and pearls, man. That's a royal. That's why it says we're going to be a nation of kings, man.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be, I mean, the littlest one, there's a king right there.
Yeah.
He's going to be walking. You know what I'm saying? With his head up, man. I want my son's head will never be down. If I see his head down, I'll be like, boy, what's wrong with you? Bun, come here, man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
You good, man?
You
What's
good?
going on?
What's up? Tell me what's up.
Yeah.
He's like, I just, you know, and I'll make sure. Just like the Lord is looking to us. He don't want our heads down, man. This truth sets you up. That's why it says knowledge does what? Puff it up.
Yeah.
That's why you got to keep a humble spirit on us too, man. Because this is the greatest. We knew what happened in the Garden of Eden, bro. That's wild. The cool of the day, man. No one can break that down, man.
Man, that's
Nobody, bro. Nobody.
Man.
When he broke it down, it was like sweet walk. I was like, it was refreshing. That was a refreshing break.